Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Enter the manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
When was the last time you saw a woman give 1,000% to the man that is doing everything right? In fact, women will come online every single day and actually justify cheating on the good guy because she needed more in the relationship. And what she meant by that is that there wasn't excitement because the only type of excitement that fulfills her is toxicity.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily, where we don't sugarcoat, practice simp jutsu, or sell lies. This video right here, prime red pill content. It's one of those clips that shows exactly why the manosphere gets so much hate. Why?
What?
Because we say the quiet part out loud. No filters, no fake empowerment speeches. Just raw, brutal truth about female nature. And yes, fellas, the red pill can be a bitter pill to swallow. But don't worry, because at the end of the tunnel, there's light. And that light is freedom. So quick disclaimer, if you're still out here believing love is unconditional, or that women love you for you, yeah, this one's gonna sting a little. Let's get this highlight reel started.
Now, here's an uncomfortable truth, right? Women today either respect men or they disrespect men, and therefore they resent you and possibly even fear you. And the scariest part is that a lot of men are behaving or operating in a way that they believe puts them into the respectful category, when in fact they are actually in the disrespect category. Now, there really isn't any in between anymore.
No in between, fellas. Women can respect you today and completely flip tomorrow. You could be her hero on Monday, lose your job on Tuesday, and by Wednesday, she's out here calling you emotionally unavailable while texting Chad and from the gym. Years of sacrifice? Irrelevant. It's performance-based love. You stop performing, she stops pretending. That's the game.
Because you have men out here that are working 80 hours a week to provide for their families. You have men out here who are pursuing women casually. They are, showing up. They are doing the dates. They are doing the flowers. They are planning the vacations. They are, emotionally in tune. And if they're not, they're going to therapy to figure it out. They are everything and more that women can ask for. And guess what he gets? He gets dumped. Do you know why he gets dumped?
What?
Because he's boring. Because he's the nice guy and she doesn't feel connected to him because he doesn't feed the part of her that needs the highs and the lows of the chaos.
In the modern world, red pill culture has become a philosophy around men who believe society has lied to them about women,
Has it not, Matthew? Has it not?
relationships, and male identity. Basically, the idea
Have men not been treated as second-class citizens? Have schools not been tailored towards women for quite a number of years now? Has the indoctrination that masculinity is something to be ashamed of not been drilled into men from a young age when they're told from age 5 that boisterous is a bad quality? Do you not see that, Matthew?
Oh, look, Matthew Hussey, the nice guy whisperer. This man's been serving women cotton candy advice for a decade. Just be emotionally available and she'll love you forever. Yeah, okay, Matt, but now that men are starting to wake up, he can't ignore it anymore. The red pill truth is leaking through the cracks. And guess who's calling it out? A woman who sees straight through the BS.
Men don't want you to be their mother. They love having you take care of them and being a mother in a good way, but they don't want to feel like they are being lectured and told what they can and cannot do when they're your romantic partner instead of your son. So if you're constantly nagging at him, if you're constantly trying to remind him, when you're trying to control him, trying to micromanage where he's spending his time, why he isn't home yet, but if you're constantly coming at him like he already did something bad and you're there to try to control him or get him back on track, that is one reason why he might not like you.
People like to pretend that casual encounters don't affect them, that they can keep things purely physical, but that's just not how human beings work. Science has already proven that intimacy creates attachment, whether you want it or not. Every time you connect with someone, your brain releases oxytocin, the same chemical responsible for bonding and trust. Now, imagine what happens when that bonding process gets repeatedly broken over and over again. Every time you tell yourself it's just casual, but deep down, you feel that emptiness creeping in. You start numbing yourself. You start seeing people as replaceable. You start feeling less and less capable of deep, lasting love. And one day, when you finally do want something real, you find out that you've conditioned yourself to push it away, because that's what hookup culture trains people to do.
You say you want love, but what you mean is validation. You say you want partnership, but you mean a witness who will finally say you're good enough. You mistake anxiety for chemistry. You mistake distance for mystery. You mistake someone's unpredictability for a challenge you need to win. Because deep down, you believe that the harder they are to earn, the more valuable you must be if they choose you. So you chase unavailable people and call it fate. You pine after the one who won't text back and call it romantic tension. You ignore the steady love that feels unfamiliar, because deep down your nervous system is wired for chaos.
This is pure gold. Are you breathing? You drinking water? You surviving these truth bombs? Good, because more are coming, and they don't care about your feelings.
Can you make me feel good? Can you make me feel good?
Manosphere, we working.
The idea is that men are often taught to be overly agreeable, emotionally vulnerable, or self-sacrificing in ways that actually hurt them in dating and in life. In reality,
Is that not true?
the Red Pill community argues, 80% of women want to be with the top 20% of men.
These stats come from dating apps. Most people are on dating apps.
Think about, right? So women are stressed. Women are not happy. And that word happiness is so tough, right? Because it means something different to different types of people, right? There's all these statistics and this twisting of data where it talks about how single women think they're the happiest. And I think the distinction there is like hedonism versus meaning. Married mothers have meaning, and they have sacrificed in order to build meaning into their lives. Whereas the single, unmarried, non-mothers, like, that happiness isn't real happiness, right? It's just hedonism based on commodity, and it's hedonism based on consumerism. It's just like, what can I buy? How can this little thing make me happy? It's such bullshit. It's such nonsense. It's absolutely insane.
I mean, I think they winning at something for sure. You know what I'm saying? If you out here, I mean, hopefully if you a side chick, you one of the side chicks that's getting flued out and, you know,
benefits,
bags, and you know, I hope you're not the side chick that's just having to lay on your back and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I would say, you know, if that's what you choose to do and you're getting all that, then I would say you're a winning side chick.
Let's talk about the side chick dynamic, aka survival mode with eyeliner. This ain't about love. This ain't about we just connect on a deeper level. Nah, it's about resources. Always has been, always will be. Britt-Falls law says it best. If she and her offspring aren't benefiting, you're obsolete. If she can get what she wants as wife number 3, side piece number 7, or DM buddy number 96, she'll do it. You think women are scared to share a man? Only if he's broke.
Women 9 times out of 10 will pick the dude who's drinking, who's smoking, who's addicted to whatever, who's watching porn, who's paying for OnlyFans, who's out at bars every single night. She will chase him to the ends of the earth and then wonder where all the good men went. Well, the good men got shattered when you cheated on him. The good men got shattered when you wanted a divorce because you made more money and suddenly you thought you didn't need a man. That good guy that you emasculated every single day and made him feel less than and talked shit about him on the internet and labeled it couples humor. He came home every single day and still did all of the household chores and took care of your emotional labor and supported your Etsy shop and your side hustles and your, Instagram model abilities that you wanted to do so you could have some extra money, and supported you through thick and thin. You want to know what that man got? He got served divorce papers. He got dumped for the guy with no car, no job, no ambition, and he got less time with his family.
But the point is that men taking the red pill is completely different for men and for women. Men taking the red pill, of course, you're going to hope that incites some kind of self-improvement. You're going to hope that men stop simping for women. Men stop allowing women to treat them like crap. Men stop just taking all of this constant attack that they receive, and they're saying enough is enough. However, taking the red pill for women is completely different. And the problem is that women aren't taking the red pill. That's the issue with red pill content. The issue with red pill content is that not enough women are taking it because they get too offended. They get too in their feelings. They can't listen to something for more than 5 minutes without just going, well, he's stupid and da-da-da-da-da, so I'm going to click off of it. That's why I do what I do.
Damn! She's cooking. Somebody grab a fire extinguisher.
And, I see the numbers in my audience. I know most of you guys are men, but I want my content to reach more women. I want women to listen because I would like to think that, okay, I know I can make some, tongue-in-cheek comments every now and then, but when I speak to women, I want them to understand because red pill content is beneficial for women. Red pill content, and again, I'm not talking about the extreme stuff, that is just like complete division between the sexes, but in general, red pill content is good for women. Women need to take the red pill. Women need to understand that we have contributed to this division between the sexes. We have behaved in such a way that has made men repulsed by us. We are conducting ourselves in such a way that means we are single. We can't just blame the men. We can't just say, well, men are the ones taking the red pill, so they're the ones who are responsible. No, we should say, women should be looking more into this content. Women should be listening to what it is that men are trying to say. If all of these men are listening to this content, it means that something in there is resonating with them. So instead of completely rejecting it and going, well, I don't want to hear that then, perhaps if women opened their ears ever so slightly and said, perhaps there's something for us to learn here. Perhaps our men are hurting and we could learn why they're hurting and how we've contributed to that.
Can you make me feel good? Can you make me feel good?
Now here's the part that stings the most. Women can't swallow the red pill. Why?
Why?
Because it doesn't come with a Disney soundtrack and a candlelit bath. It's not romantic. It's not warm and fuzzy. The truth is raw. The truth is logical. And romance? Romance is just socially acceptable delusion with background music.
It's not logic.
You want to know how deep the delusion goes? Look no further than that god-awful Snow White remake. They butchered it. Why?
Why?
Because it strayed too far from the dream, the fantasy, the fairy tale. Prince Charming gone, white horse in the shop, and little girls everywhere weeping. Because modern Snow White doesn't want to be saved. She wants a LinkedIn profile and a podcast. But here's the thing. A lot of grown women still believe that Prince is coming, that he's gonna show up. Ignore her 3 kids, forget the train wreck past, and say, wow, you're amazing. And when it doesn't happen, guess who they blame? Men. And that, gentlemen, is why this space, the manosphere, is growing. Because once you see the game for what it is, you can't unsee it. You unplug, you detach, and you stop playing a rigged game. So take notes, laugh, learn, and above all, hold the freaking line.
You want to know the real reason that guys have given up on dating and stopped pursuing women and why relationships are failing? It's because when was the last time that you can even think about, whether it is someone that you know or you personally, that the good guy actually won in life? So next time you want to ask, Where did all the good men go? The good men got destroyed the first time around, and they are no longer dating, putting up with it, or pursuing women.
Women want men to understand when men have done something that hurts them. Fine, all human beings deserve to be heard. But you can't have it one way and not the other. If all these men are taking the red pill, women's response should be why?
Why?
Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.